This is actually pretty cool to be able to share this process like this. I'm sure it's been done many times before, but to just share this entire process, the records aren't here yet, but we're going step by step, and it's a go. I just finished the critical listening, and thankfully, it's pretty clear that, the record is pressed by, well, it's done in the Czech Republic, but it's done by people who know exactly what they're doing. And I when I got the record mastered and I had the master and listened back to it and was very pleased with it. It was wonderful. But there's something about the way that when the music is when it's mastered and then when it's cut, certain things about the mastering really don't really come out until you hear it cut on vinyl. Now, this is the test pressing. This is not what the record's going to look like. Test pressings are always a plain label. Um, I have my other test pressings from a different company where they give you a label that says test pressing. This one is interesting. It just says side A, then the other is blank. Now, I was assuming that my test pressings were going to come in plain white sleeves, but they just came packed in this interesting, not really interesting, but just all in a big bubble pack like this. So they give you 5, because you do need to listen. So I've listened to, you know that you got it, when you listen to one, but they give you more than one, you know what I'm saying, so that you can be anal about it. But what I'm doing is sharing one each of the test pressings with the people that helped me do the Sequoia Flame and the other anonymous person. They get one of the test pressing. So I was sitting here and I blaked a little bit, then I'd stop because, again, the mastering, you folks who have the CD and then you folks that have my Dino Felipe collaboration single are going to hear the difference on ribbons. I'm amazed Tom Ware, in mastering this for me, pulled out some subtle things that I didn't think he could. Really, there's some unexpected, bright, wonderful subtleties that he's brought out in several of the songs through the mastering, and hearing it, like I said, on the being played as a record, it's wonderful. The other thing I'm very pleased about, and again, I'm being very objective. I know it's my music, but I'm being very objective. And if you folks that have been following me for a while know that I struggle with my own self-esteem. It's like I know I'm decent, I know I'm good, but you know what I'm saying. I'm always questioning. But I on the CDR that you folks bought, I resequenced the second half of the songs. So side A up to 1 through 7 on the CD is side 1 on the album, and I've always liked that sequence of those pieces. It works. But when it came to side 2, once these were out and I listened back to it, I resequenced, thankfully, and side 2 flows. This really works as a record. It's like I could only imagine before, I put together side 1, side 2, and then, you listen to it on your computer or the CD and you just imagine. But I just got to, for the first time, turn side A over to side B. And it really works. And I'm also pleased to say, folks, that you can go and listen to many of these tunes online now, but I'm really happy to say that I'm not just selling you an artifact of Dereck. This is good music. It's not perfect, there's a couple of mistakes, that musicians will leave in. We just leave them in. And it's amazing how my friend Tom, through his mastering, he almost got rid of one. It's like I didn't want him to do it. And I'm listening and it's like, wow, how did he? That bum note is almost not there at all. It's amazing. By the way, Tom Ware, and this is another, I do pat myself on the back on this. I've done pretty well so far, being a staff of one for the most part. I did forget to put Tom's credit on the record sleeve for mastering the record. I already told him, and I'm so embarrassed. I really took my time and thought I had remembered everything. It's just one of those things, you know, and it happens even when you have a team of people. But what I wanted to say in Tom's behalf is that Tom is nominated for a Grammy for Lady Gaga's Song of the Year. She recorded that here in Omaha at his studio. He recorded her. So he'll be going to the Grammys, and I'm so pleased because, you know, besides his wife, the second person he's told this was me. Um, so I share, and he mastered my record. I am extremely pleased and elated, and don't even know how to act. And I know it doesn't show because it's, you know, I'm feeling so many things, and I just want to thank you all so much for just thank you all so much for this is just something I knew could be in my life. I knew that I could be in touch with the world somehow. I just always knew somehow that I was a citizen of this planet, not just of Omaha. And my friendship with all of you here in the vinyl community proves it. All of you folks, my subscribers, as well as the people that, you know, I talk to. You know, I could go down a big list, but I'll just go. You know, it's like all over the world. You know, you folks in Singapore, Christian, who I just met from Romania, Ziga in Slovenia. My goodness, you know, there's the guy that does Psychedelic Baby, you know, over there in Slovenia. The people, there's, you know, guy in Portugal, you know, all the people in Canada, all over the US, my UK friends, the Scottish, the Swedish, the Danish, the Dutch, you know, I believe is Marcel, Mr. Rumpert. Doesn't he live in Belgium? Down in South America, V. Punk Garcia, he's back. The doctor, the good doctor. Trying my best not to forget anybody because it's like we really indeed are. This is a dream come true. This community and this vibe that we share and this love that we share of music, and my chance to share with you now my music like this in my ultimate desired format. This is my first Dereck Higgins long player. I mean, I'm on some other albums, but this is going to be the first one, people. You've made something so, you're making my biggest dream come true. It wasn't, my biggest dream was not like many of our current stars. It wasn't to be on television and in the papers and riding in limousines. That has not been my dream. I saw the Beatles go through it and was fascinated, and I've been fascinated with the trip all along. The part about doing music and I guess the word fame that I've always been interested in is just thinking and knowing inherently, in spite of my low self-esteem, that, you know, I'm just as cool as all these other people. I mean, don't some of you other people realize that about yourselves secretly or maybe openly? How cool you are. You know, it's like, you know, I know I'm a bonehead, but I know I'm also a badass. I know it. I always have, you know, which is where some of that, you know, that's why I try to remain humble, but, you know, that arrogance or that edge, you know, it comes out sometimes. But just, man, this is just the best, you know, to just be connected and to have music be the main medium of our connection. It's, I am so thankful. I am thankful to the entire cosmos. You know, that's God. You know, God is everything. You know, I don't have to boil it down to this kind of personal thing like there's somebody up over here looking at me. approving of me. God is just way bigger than that. It's everything, absolutely beyond our imagination, and that's what I'm plugged into. How can I not be? That's what I am. I just that just seems so real to me, and I'm so thankful to this reality that I'm a part of. It's like sometimes it almost seems kind of ludicrous to be thankful to it, because what's there to thank? You're it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to speak something that's really beyond probably comprehension, but it's like I know some of you people understand, and some of you don't, and I wish you did. One other thing I wanted to share, though, is that thinking and being in this mode of record making, and it's like I don't know how many other artists. I know many artists besides me. We own our test pressings, but some artists own their masters, like back in the day when you had master tapes. Like, for example, I don't own the master tapes to Digital Sex. I think I think Steve Sheehan, the singer, bought those. I think he owns them. But my Dino and Dereck and Dino single, I own all of that, all parts of that, and there's no master tape. It's because it's digital. But what I do own are the actual master plates, which these are for 7 inches. I'm not sure if any of you folks have ever seen these, so I'm going to show you what they look like. Yeah, this is what they actually use to press the record from. This is what they put on the machine. This is the master. I don't know if I'm calling it. You see, it's a metal master, and this is for side A of Dino. And yeah, I handle these with care, although I understand the way that they're stamped. All you got to do is wash them off, and they're good to go. And this is side B. So, because I own these, I can directly deal with a pressing plant and have more of these made. So I thought I'm glad I remembered to share that with you folks too. So I'm just thank you all.